President Trump has said that climate change could reverse itself. In a TV interview, he also said he doesn't think it's a hoax, though he doesn't know that it's man-made. This less than a week after a dire warning on the dangers of climate change. As our science editor, David Shukman, reports.
Hurricane Michael tore into Florida a few days ago. And because global warming has raised the level of the sea, the floods were more serious. The US government's own scientists are warning of worse to come, but their president disagrees.
I think something's happening, something's changing, and it'll change back again. I don't think it's a hoax. I think there's probably a difference, but I don't know that it's man-made. I will say this. I don't want to give trillions and trillions of dollars. I don't want to lose millions and millions of jobs.
But the reality in America is that more people now work in solar power than in the coal industry. Clean energy is creating jobs. And this comes as climate scientists say that's urgently needed. What Donald Trump is saying about climate change flies in the face of overwhelming scientific evidence that the gases given off by traffic and power stations and other sources are heating up the planet. Only last week, the UN Climate Panel said the world had warmed by 1 degree Celsius since pre-industrial times because of human activity. That we're on course for a rise of 3 degrees by the end of the century, and to avoid the dangers of that, we need to cut the gases causing the warming by 45% by 2030. Making that cut will be all the harder as America leaves the only global agreement on climate change. The head of the UN wants to see it come back in.
I think the West should rejoin, but we need to understand that we see in the cities, in the business community, in some states, a very solid commitment to climate action. So governments are really those that are more lagging behind. We see societies moving faster, and that is a very good signal.
Here the government is considering a much tougher target for cutting greenhouse gases, as we've heard. But it's also reducing the subsidies for electric cars and allowing fracking to start for shale gas. Tackling climate change is never going to be easy. David Shukman, BBC News.